Mm-hmm. Hello. Hello, everybody. Good morning to you. Good evening from me. Hi. Someone just DM'd me. How is everybody? Hello. I had a bad... Wait, what? Hayes Mandu says, I had a bad dream of Yang Han-suk just because of your reading yesterday. Wow. I'm sorry. My bad. Hello. Hello. Welcome. Welcome back. Hi. How are you? Everyone good? Yo. What's up? Would you like to share about your dream? Actually, no, let's not talk about your dream because we're gonna try and focus on JIHOON and ASAHI. I've been waiting for this. Oh my god, G and ASAHI are my biases. Well, today is your lucky day. ASAHI readings back to back. I love it. Yeah, so the pair of this reading is the same pair of the Hyunsuk and ASAHI reading. So, Anonymous Treasure Maker, the one that booked this reading for JI-SAHI is the same one as Hyunsai. And also the Mashi-SAHI and also the Do-SAHI. She booked 4 ASAHI readings. She was like, hey, so because of that sale that I had, she was like, all right, I'm going to make use of your sale. And she was like, I'm going to book the rest of the ASAHI readings. I was like, wow, okay, sure. She used my 50% off promo code to the best of usage. So she definitely did not waste that code. She really utilized it to its advantages. She took advantage of that code. So thank you. You have no idea how much that helped me out. Like, not even joking. Thank you. Seriously, thank you. Hi, Chris. How am I feeling today? I am actually really tired. I'm gonna be very honest and transparent with you. I'm actually really tired today. And I think it's because of the full moon. The full moon has been draining me. I'd got enough sleep, and I think it's just because of the full moon. Then again, I did have a very busy day. So coming into this live stream, I just finished work. I'm honestly nonstop. So as soon as I was done with work, maybe only like 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes ago, I went straight into this live stream. I was like, all right, let's do this, I guess. So yeah, if I feel like, if I seem as if I'm like slowing down, if in this reading or this stream, just kind of keep in mind it's probably just because I'm tired. So yeah, we'll wing it today. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I am a little tired today, but I will do my best. Still work hard. So yeah, you were still booming. Oh, Chris, stop it. Thank you. Is your Patreon ready? I can't wait for your tarot learning. Almost ready. So I finally figured out a platform that I could upload my videos that does not corrupt my files. So yeah, I'm gonna start uploading soon on Patreon because I don't want to open and launch the Patreon when it's empty. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna upload a little bit of content in there and then I will announce the launching. So but yeah, thanks for coming in, guys. Thanks for dropping by and watching this stream today. I'm a little surprised you guys are not tired of me yet. You literally have been seeing me almost every day for the last, what, 3-4 days? You're not tired of me yet? Jan, can I ask, have you watched the Acto Musician music video teaser? No, I did not watch the Acto Musician music video teaser. I kind of want to watch the music video for their title track, like without any context. I kind of want to go in there blindly. I did watch Battlefield, and it's actually uploading right now. My reaction to Battlefield is uploading right now as I am live, so hopefully that goes in smoothly. I have an exam Saturday morning, and I had absolutely nothing. What should I do? Study. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. I mean, study. Isn't that always the answer? If you have an exam ahead of time, then you should study. Battlefield is really good. I love Battlefield. It's really nice. Jan, when's the T-map reaction? Hopefully later. So right now, what's uploading is, as we speak, as I am live right now, what's uploading is my treasure map reaction, my Battlefield reaction, Hanbin's BI log, and then the last 2 episodes of Koni camping with Icon. So you're going to get 4 videos later today if it uploads quick enough. So it's literally uploading as we speak. So yeah. And it's the T-map reaction will be episode 54 today. And then tomorrow, double reaction for 55 and 56, since those 2 reactions or 2 episodes go together because it's them being in Cafe Prince. So yeah, those 2 are going to go together. That's going to be tomorrow. So episode 54 later, episode 55 and 56 tomorrow. And for me, I will knock the heck out because I'm tired. Anyway, let's get into it. I want to say hello. Welcome to the stream. If you just got in, welcome. My name's Jan. I'm a tarot reader. I've been doing this for 17 years. So welcome. As this is a tarot reading hangout, please watch this stream and live hangout with a grain of salt. Just kind of enjoy it for what it is. Today we are reading JIHOON and ASAHI today. So thank you to the anonymous treasure maker for paying this reading and for requesting this reading. Thank you so much for your trust and support. Again, as you watch this reading, take it with a grain of salt because nothing I ever say today out of these messages may fully resonate. Okay, nothing I ever say is 100% definite, factual, or fixated. Okay, nothing I say today is set in stone because the universe is always working, energy is always changing, and people like JIHOON and ASAHI still have a free will of choice. All right, and again, I am in no association with JIHOON or ASAHI. I am just relaying messages from the cards. So yeah. Any openings for personal readings? Yes. If you want to have a personal reading with me, a one-on-one session, I do have that available. You can check my website on the pinned live chat or in the description box below. I also have openings available until October for other things like more idle readings, dynamic readings, solo readings, group readings, whatever you want to do. And it does not have to be just YG Entertainment. It does not have to be YG Family. You can literally book me for any other unit, solo, idol, celebrity, actor, actress, I don't care. Whoever you are interested in getting to know better spiritually and energetically, I would be honored to do that for you. Okay? So, yeah. All right. All right. So, let's get into it. If you are, I do have group fundings right now. So if you want to chip in, let me actually, before I begin, let me read to you who is being funded right now, like collectively. So people are chipping in for J Nori. That one's almost fully funded. You might as well complete that one. We are 70% funded for Jaehyuk and Yoshi. We are 70% there. So you can just DM me or on Twitter if you want to chip in. We are also at 37% for Doyoung and Mashio. So you can do that. We also have the Brave Brothers, which is Hyunsuk, Jaehyuk, Jihoon, and Junkyu together. That's a unit. They're only at 6% funded. So if you want to chip in for that, just let me know on Twitter. Okay? We also have a Blackpink group reading, YG New Girl group reading, and Icon Dynamic, Junit, and Hanbin. So if you guys are interested in any of those, let me know on Twitter. Check my community tab. The updates are there to see who has already been read and who is already booked. So just check that tab just in case, so you don't want to, double book a dynamic, right? You don't want to book, like, for example, Hyunsuk and Asahi, because I already booked them. Like, I already read them, So make sure you check the community tab, okay? If anyone wants to book J-Line, yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun to read. So yeah, you could do that. That will be a group reading, okay? They're not 2 members, so anyone that's 3 or more, that's a group reading. Anyway, sorry for the chat, for the babbling. Let's actually get into it. So I have the set amount of questions. As this is a dynamic reading, I will go first with the standard flow, and then I will answer the payer's questions. Okay, let's go. And yes, Jason is here. I almost said Jaehyuk. I almost called you Jaehyuk. Sorry. I don't know. My bad. I was about to call you Jaehyuk. I said Jason. You heard me stop myself. My bad. I'm sorry. I love you. Forgive me. It was Jaehyuk's birthday, so I'm a little bit on that Jaehyuk high. Anyway, all right. So as we begin, let's check on how Jihoon and Asahi is doing. How are they doing today on this lovely full moon right now? Overall, Page of Wands, pretty good energy. Page of Wands or Page of Acorns. They're kind of very enthusiastic right now about things, working too. So somehow, like, whether they are in quarantine or not, they are busy. So yeah, keeping themselves busy. Let me turn on the fan because it's hot and summer here in California sucks. Just kidding. Anyway. Yeah, pretty enthusiastic energy. Let's check on Jihoon. How is Jihoon doing today? Let me know if you can hear me properly. Again, if I am acting slow, I swear it's just because I'm tired. How's Jihoon? Jihoon is, oh, really? Why? Really? How is Jihoon doing? Oh, calm down. Calm down, Jihoon. Calm down. How is Jihoon? Okay, Jihoon's energy. Okay, excuse me. All right. So we have, interesting. Looks like we have the 3 of Swords in reverse, which talks about, It's probably the full moon. I'm telling you, everyone's being affected by the full moon. Like, are you guys doing okay? Because this full moon energy is a lot. So 3 of Swords in reverse for Jihoon with the 5 of Crystals upright, or the 5 of Coins. So these two cards are talking about release of pent up energy. So whatever, maybe he was like stressed out about some certain things, but right now he's like doing the purge, like energetically. So he's doing what he should be doing during a full moon. All right, the moon is in Aquarius right now. It's a full moon, it's full buck moon, and right now you should be doing culmination, releasing any of that. Anyone, you know, if tired, like I said, I'm very tired. I even had a headache all day, but yeah, it looks like Jihoon might have been affected energetically today and yesterday. So yeah, he doesn't even know he's doing this, but he's releasing all that pent up energy. All right. I feel sick lately. Is that because of the full moon too? Yeah, it's possible. Yep. Sleeping cycle. Yep, it will get affected by the full moon. All right, let's check Asahi. How is Asahi doing? How is Asahi doing today? How is Asahi doing today? His energy is a little weird as well, so I don't blame them. Excuse me. Okay, busy, focused. I said this during the last reading, which is Hyunsuk and Asahi. So Asahi is still very busy. We have the Emperor card again. This came out the last time. A lot of focus, a lot of stability, just a narrow-minded towards priorities. So he's just really busy. We also have the Knight of Coins or the Knight of Pentacles. So he's really determined, okay? Camel, okay, see that? The camel. And we also have the Jaguar here. So very determined, very focused. He's just on his high horse right now. He's just like, gotta go, gotta go, gotta go, gotta keep it up. So he's doing well. Jihoon, on the other hand, it's a little rocky, but yeah. All right, so let's move on. Since overall they're okay, we can continue this reading. Let's proceed. So, standard flow. What is the initial energy when they first met? What was the initial energy when Jihoon and Asahi first met? Thank you so much, cards. What is the initial energy when they first met? Thank you. What is the initial energy when they first met? Oh, really? You don't say. Okay. When they first met, you hold that there. Okay, cool. That's really funny. So there's a huge difference between how Asahi met Hyunsuk versus how Asahi met Jihoon. Asahi was very careful with Hyunsuk, right? I mentioned that. With Jihoon, he's much more amused. Their dynamic when they first met was much more amusing, much more entertaining, I should say. I think it's because it's Jihoon and he's normally like the chaotic extra one, and it looks to me that Asahi was very easily amused and entertained. So it was definitely a lot more easier for Asahi to warm up to. First off, we have the wheel, or the Wheel of Fortune, represented by the octopus. The octopus could be a representative of, you know, kind of keeping to yourself, but still very observant. And that is Asahi's energy. Okay, he kept to himself, but again, very easily amused and comes out when it's like, okay, when it feels safe. And again, determination there. It's like, he looks at Jihoon, he's like, oh, he's all right. He's cool. I can hang out with him. I don't mind associating myself with him. I don't mind talking to him. We also have the 7 of Shells, or the 7 of Cups. So this is why I said there's a lot of amusement and entertainment here. There's just so many diversities. There's so many angles to Jihoon that Asahi, looked at or he have noticed, and he just enjoys his his presence. And then vice versa, Jihoon has, like, how should I say, an attraction. Like, he probably met Asahi, okay, with the star card, which is Aquarius energy, and Asahi has an Aquarius rising. So basically the initial energy when they first met is like Jihoon saw Asahi and he's like, damn, that guy's cool, but why is he so, like, chic, kind of thing? That's how, like, they would say it, like, so chic. But there's, like, an attraction there. Like, he's drawn to Asahi, right? So the star is here, and it says there's, like, a healing kind of vibe coming from Asahi. He's just, like, drawn to him. So yeah, it just kind of happened instantaneously, like, much easier than Asahi meeting Hyunsuk. So there is that, and they kind of connected really well. They have the Chariot card together, Cancer energy or Cancerian energy, that talks about them having similar stories. That sounds personal to me. I'm not going to dig into that, but I'm just going to say it sounds and looks personal with this Chariot card, but it looks like they have very similar backgrounds or very similar stories. So these two actually have maybe a secret connection between the two of them. Not just because they instantly just are comfortable with each other, but there is, like, a common ground that these two have with the Chariot here. Okay, represented by the rhinoceros. Okay, this is talking about perseverance and background stories as well. So yeah, there's something really special there, that behind the scenes that we don't exactly know, which I am not going to dig in because that's none of our business. So yeah. Yes, they definitely bonded over having a similar background. Something they have, like, a similar story. So, all right. Was Jihoon already good at Japanese, or was it after living with the Japan line? I'm going to assume not yet. Let me answer that question for you. Was Jihoon already good in Japanese at the time? Was Jihoon already good in Japanese at the time? In the beginning? Oof, that's a lot of cards. Was Jihoon already good at speaking Japanese? He was getting there. Yeah, he was getting there. So we have helpful people. This is talking about his co-trainees helping him out. So yes, he was getting there. He was learning. It was good enough. Why? Big happy changes. So big happy changes with helpful people. He was learning a lot, and he was positively learning quickly. All right. So changes in his languages. There you go. That answers your question. Thank you, angels. Thank you, angels. All right. So let's move forward to the next question. What was Jihoon's individual energy at the time, and Asahi's individual energy at the time? I'm just going to pull two cards, just be very brief with that. What was Jihoon's individual energy at the time versus Asahi's individual energy at the time? Thank you. Jihoon, yeah, we knew that. And Asahi? Ooh. Yeah, for sure. Okay. Wow. So Jihoon, we have the Queen of Cups or the Queen of Shells, an emotional being, but very, again, kind of in the beginning, he not really minded his own business, but he kind of, in spite of, like, whatever he's going through personally, he never made it a point to be that like a burden, like, to anyone. He would never downpour his hardships to anyone. So he kept his own peace, right? Queen of Cups is emotionally mature, talks about being a person of peace and compassion and kindness and being approachable emotionally. So at the time, maybe he was going through something, but again, he never let that show. Jihoon never let that show. Asahi, on the other hand, we have the Page of Crystals or the Page of Coins. So kind of very similar to every Asahi reading that I have been doing. Page of Crystals talks about him with the investment or with the idea of wanting to start something new. I mean, obviously he's a trainee. He had his eye on the prize. All right, he has his eye on the prize. So, yeah. Reading for all member as a group went. I already read Treasure over a month ago. That was my second time reading Treasure as a group. If you want me to read Treasure as a group again, we can do an energy check-in, but I would wait another 6 months at least. So it's on my channel. If you want to watch those, you can watch those. But I would wait for at least 6 months for an energy check-in in the group. Okay, so anyway, yeah, JIHOON, pretty good. ASAHI, pretty good. We also have the Two of Feathers in between them, or the Two of Swords. So this just talks about direction, right? Knowing their direction, knowing their boundaries or where to go. Between the two of them, initially, they just were also very focused in their priorities, in their goals. So, yep. Moving on. Moving on to the next question. Let's see. What did I say? Okay, right. So let's go back to JIHOON. What is JIHOON's contribution to the dynamic? What is JIHOON's contribution to this dynamic with ASAHI? What is JIHOON's contribution to this dynamic with ASAHI? Okay. What is JIHOON's contribution to this dynamic with ASAHI? Nice. Oh, okay. Yep. And yep. Wow. Okay. So 4 really powerful cards, okay, his contribution to the dynamic with ASAHI. So what does he offer to ASAHI energetically? First, we have the Ace of Wands, represented by the Ram. Okay, this talks about a lot of creative energy, a lot of confidence, a lot of hype, a lot of appraisal, right? Just giving him the best energy possible, hyping him up, right? We also have the 9 of Wands as well. So this talks about power, a lot of help, kind of like similar for a love language. It's like acts of service. So he'll help him out. I mean, this is also him being, other leader in the group. So it's kind of like an obligation. He feels responsible. I did say this also in the Hyunsuk and ASAHI reading, that Hyunsuk felt obligated, or, he feels obligated to take care of all of his members. And it's the same thing with JIHOON. JIHOON has the similar background or similar motive to his members. So when it comes to ASAHI, like I said, he gives him creative force, he gives him confidence, he gives him a lot of hype, a lot of motivation, and then he also helps him persevere, right? Other 2 cards I have is the Emperor again. This is Aries energy, so be mindful that JIHOON has an Aries Mars. He also has an Aries rising. So yeah, JIHOON, the Emperor, Aries placements, a lot of focus that he helps for ASAHI, just in case ASAHI might have his moments where he's like, all right, I've hit in a writer's block, or I've hit in a slump. JIHOON will lighten up the mood. He will lift up his spirits, and he'll be like, nope, we got this. We got to go. Focus kind of thing. But yeah, we also have the Magician card, which is also about willpower, freedom, creative freedom too, free will, just the power to manifest, the power to just create overall. So again, JIHOON elevates those elements and contributes that to ASAHI. All right? Sounds good. Let's check ASAHI. What is ASAHI's contribution to the dynamic with JIHOON? What is ASAHI's contribution to this dynamic with JIHOON. You know what? You know what? I'm starting to see a pattern with ASAHI, and I'm starting to learn something very deep about ASAHI. As far as I have read him with all the other dynamics with Treasure, you know what's very consistent about him for every member? You know what it is? No matter which member it is with ASAHI, all of them find a very strange but positive comfort with ASAHI. It looks to me that ASAHI is a really good shoulder to lean on, whether he tries or not, whether he offers it or not. And I'm starting to see that as a pattern. There is a specific, distinct, comforting aura about ASAHI that attracts every member so far, and I'm seeing it again with JIHOON. So one of the things that ASAHI contributes to JIHOON is that JIHOON really does appreciate ASAHI being a really good, listener. Okay, and I say this so much to the fellow fans that watch my content. It's so important to practice active listening. People are so quick to just babble and talk, and that you forget to listen to the other party. ASAHI does not have that problem. ASAHI does not have that problem. He is a great listener. So let me talk to you about it. We have the High Priestess, okay, from ASAHI. ASAHI is really wise. Okay, I'm not surprised. He is a Soul Age 4, so that is a mediator. Okay, ASAHI being a Soul Age 4, most Soul Age 4 people are very good at giving advice. They're very good at listening. They're very good at just being a support system, whether they try to or not. And that's ASAHI. ASAHI falls into that category. The High Priestess talks about words of wisdom, being enlightened, even witnessing it, whether it is his own experiences or not. He's just good at giving advice. He knows how to look at things from bigger perspectives, and JIHOON notices that. JIHOON appreciates that, and that's, again, ASAHI not really loves, but again, it just comes natural from ASAHI to be a helpful force. So the High Priestess here, again, like I said, it just talks about a lot of sacred knowledge, okay, just really wise forces coming from within him, whether it's his own or not. He just knows how to help. Another thing that he contributes to JIHOON, okay, is release. So basically, like I said, with the sacred knowledge and being the person consistently for every member so far, is that he can be a nice shoulder to lean on. This is what the Three of Feathers represents. Whether a member does not know who to talk to about a certain problem or an issue or a struggle, they don't have to doubt themselves with ASAHI. You know what I mean? They don't. And that includes JIHOON. JIHOON, it definitely shows in the cards that JIHOON finds, again, that's very comforting and warm feeling when it comes to ASAHI, like when it comes to serious talks or to serious situations. We also have the Temperance here, and this just talks about harmony and balance and just overall organization and energetically feeling aligned. So ASAHI helps JIHOON get grounded. JIHOON, I've been saying this for so long now, he is a Pisces, right? That is water sign. He is literally the only water sign in Treasure. JIHOON is the only water sign in Treasure. And to top that off, he has water sign stellium. He has Pisces, Sun, Cancer, Moon, Pisces, Mercury, Pisces, Venus. It's just all water. And all those water makes you a very sensitive and emotional person naturally. And ASAHI, with this Temperance card, his contribution is to help him relax those emotions and to let loose or to ground them, to stabilize them. He's just like, yo, I need you to chill. I need you to chill. And with the 9 of Swords or the 9 of Feathers, Asahi is also really good at giving Jihoon perspective. Really good at giving him perspective. And it looks like not just Jihoon. He's just good at doing that for a lot of the members too. So I love that. We love that for him. Okay. Whew. All right. Wow, this is insane. I've thought this before because I wondered why everyone goes to Asahi's room all the time just to relax or play. Yes, that's a very good point. Everyone, like I said, everyone, like, again, even for me, even without reading that, even I have felt that. I feel like even if he's super quiet and quote unquote mysterious or whatnot, there is, again, this weird comforting feeling about Asahi. You could just see it. You can just see it. You know, and I think that's like what's so special about him, personality wise. So, all right, moving forward. So let me see. I am done with that. Okay, what kind of impact does their dynamic share within the group? What kind of dynamic does Jihoon and Asahi share? Like, what kind of impact do they share that leaves a mark in the group? What kind of impact does Jihoon and Asahi's dynamic have or create within the group? Yeah, I kind of figured. So we have, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I can see that. Yeah, so here, that's a really cool, I like that. I like this a lot. So we first have the 9 of Crystals and the Queen of Crystals, or the 9 of Pentacles and the Queen of Pentacles. This actually talks about security, talks about a comforting security. So we have the spider representing the 9 of Crystals or the 9 of Coins, Pentacles, and then we have the hedgehog that represents the Queen of Coins or Queen of Pentacles, right? So let's look at it image-wise, right? The spider, it creates a network. It creates a web, its own home. And that normally for a spider, a web is like its comfort, right? It's its home. It's really strong. Like its webs are very strong and safe and secure for the spider. So just imagine that same aspect coming from Jihoon and Asahi for treasure. He creates a really nice webbed home and it protects the members, right? It protects them, protects the members. Same thing as the hedgehog here, okay? The hedgehog or the Queen of Pentacles, the Queen of Crystals. There's a lot of nurturing vibes from these two in a masculine way, actually. So both of these cards are masculine divines. So these two talk about, like, it's kind of like you look at Jihoon and Asahi together. They're very comforting and they're both very masculine energy, but it's kind of like you look at them, they're like these two cool uncles. You know what I mean? These two, you don't mess with these two cool uncles. Like if you are in trouble and you're like, I'm going to call my two uncles and they're going to beat the crap out of you kind of thing. They're going to protect you. And it's that same kind of vibe when you get these 9 of Crystals and the Queen of Crystals. So yeah, terrible analogy, but you get my drift. You get my drift. So, a lot of comfort here, a lot of security, a lot of defense, a lot of good defense from these two. Yeah, let's see what else. Yep, more comfort. We have the 4 of Wands or the 4 of Acorns. Comfort. It talks about foundation, so building like a wall, right? It's kind of similar with the 9 of Crystals, but again, This one is much more about your foundation and kind of lifting you from the ground up and hoisting you up to get to a better position. So this is a lot about motivation in itself. So yeah, and then we also have the 7 of Feathers or the 7 of Swords. Normally this could be a very deceptive card, and if you kind of think about it, Jihoon and Asahi can be very deceptive in a playful way. They're very sneaky that way. But that kind of energy in a positive matter helps you prepare yourself. They have what they call putting you on edge for the better. They keep you on your toes. You know what I mean? They don't make you like basically when you're around Asahi or when you're around Jihoon, you gotta make sure you're always watching your back, right? You gotta always make sure you're watching your back. That's how they prepare you. That's how they prepare you as people, or like being part of the group. They always keep you on your toes. So 7 of Feathers or the 7 of Swords again keeps you on your toes, keeps you alert, keeps you aware, and that's obviously represented by the cheetah. The cheetah is always on the hunt. Right? The cheetah is always on the hunt, is always trying to get somewhere, is trying to do something, whether it's like being sneaky on their prey. And that's what Jihoon and Asahi have when they're together. And you think about it. What's a good example? Treasure Map episode, one of their very first sports day episodes. They, for example, Jongwoo. So when Jongwoo wanted to do the long jump, right? He wanted to do the long jump, and they kind of like teased him because he fell back or whatever. So they put him in with a low score. And then both Jihoon and Asahi were teasing Jongwoo. They both teased Jongwoo for complaining or for whining about him getting a low score. They're like, the kind of thing, like that's what you get, you know? And again, they kept Jongwoo on his toes. You know what I mean? So that's exactly the energy they thrive off of. They keep you going. They keep you on edge. So those guys. Okay, moving on. Thank you, cards. All right, so the next question. Oh, okay, we're good with the standard flow. Let's talk about like overall advice. So let's get some advice. What is the overall advice for this dynamic to grow closer? What is the overall advice for Jihoon and Asahi for this dynamic to grow even closer? What is the overall dynamic or advice for this dynamic for them to grow closer? Be bold and make the first move. We have the Cardinal Moon. Okay, the Cardinal Moon, that's almost like Aries energy, like I've been saying with the Emperor card that keeps coming out. It's just about them taking action all the time. So here's the thing, right? Both of them, again, this is for them to get closer as a dynamic, right? Or as a pair. So be bold and make the first move. Basically, I can see that it happens, like someone takes the initiative to approach one or the other, but it sounds like there is still caution there, even though Jihoon can have his moments. On camera, I'm going to just say this right now. This is just what I've observed, especially when I read his aura from time to time. Jihoon, the camera makes Jihoon look like, the editors and camera makes Jihoon look like he has no boundaries. I'm gonna be really real with you. Editing, like especially with Treasure Map, they always make Jihoon look like he has no boundaries. Like he's always invasive. Like he's always going to invade your space. But realistically, when I look at his aura or his energy overall, Jihoon is pretty much good at being like going with the flow because he is a water sign and he's like has so much Pisces energy. He adapts to everyone's energy like that. So again, I just want to personally say the editors make him look out to be someone that's too much. But in reality, I could see how spacious he can be, or really restrictive and being respectful towards other people's needs, or like space or boundaries. So when we have the be bold and make the first move, this actually is being realistic about the space that they have. They're close. I could see that they're close, but not close enough. Not super close. Like they have like really good moments where they can chat and whatnot, but not to the extent that there's so much I guess reliance, not the instant reliance. I've noticed that too with treasure map editing for Jihoon and him describing his behavior around the members on a solo. Yeah. Like if you compare treasure map content versus like his V lives or anything else, you can tell there's actually a difference there. There's a difference. Anyway, yeah. Any other advice so that this dynamic can grow closer? Any advice so that this dynamic can grow closer? Yeah. Wait, I need a clarifier. I need tarot. Why is this card here? The card flipped. Okay. Oh, yeah. See, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to the boundaries. Okay, so first, the next oracle card is we have the work through your fears of the new moon in Scorpio. So it's kind of the same thing with this, right? Be bold and make the first move, but working through your fears, like in terms of them getting closer. They're very cautious of each other. It's like a hit or miss. Sometimes, like if I could like kind of channel it right now, it's like Asahi, he always minds his own business. Always. Jihoon is a hit or miss. One day, sometimes he'll be like, should I go bug Asahi? Maybe not today. There's always like question there. He actually does think thoroughly before acting. So Jihoon will ask, should I go? Who do I bug today? Should I bug Asahi? Should I bug Mashio? Should I bug Junkyu? You know what I mean? So in the same aspect, the cards are basically kind of advising, especially more towards Jihoon, like, you don't have to question it. Asahi doesn't mind. It looks like Asahi doesn't mind at all. It's just he's just that isolator. He's that much more into his solitude than anything. But yeah, working through your fears and being bold. Okay. Moving on forward, we're going to ask now all of the questions from the pair. So I'm done with my standard flow of questions. Let's get into the questions that the pair has sent me in. All right, so let's go back. So the first question from our pair, she is asking, what are the positive qualities that they appreciate and admire about each other? Okay, so let's go back to Jihoon. What attributes or qualities and traits does Jihoon appreciate about Asahi? Right? It's a lot. I swear, every time I'm shuffling cards for Jihoon, there's always a lot of cards. I always get like a card spillage. That's what happens when you read water signs. All right. What does Jihoon admire or appreciate about Asahi the most? He is a fountain. Yeah, he is a fountain. We love it. So one of the things that he loves about Asahi, or he appreciates and admires about Asahi, how adventurous Asahi is, or like really open-minded to trying new things. Why? We have the Traveler, or better known as the Fool card. So the Traveler, let me show you that again. The Traveler, or the Fool card, represented by the antlers. We have being adventurous. We're talking about like potential, trying new things, explorative, kind of like self-discovery and being enthusiastic about things. We also have this being clarified with the 7 of shells, or the 7 of cups. So this is represented by the lobster. This just talks about being able to make a choice. So Asahi, you will never catch Asahi being indecisive. You will never catch Asahi being indecisive about things. And I have noticed that too. I don't even need this card. I actually have noticed this as well about Asahi. Asahi, you put him in a situation. He's very good at quickly looking at the situation, like around him, and then he'll be like, all right, we should just do this. It's like, say for example, the Mafia game, right? That Mafia game episode. I saw he had him, Yoshi, and JIHOON, right? It was them 3, and they had to decipher who out of them 3 is the Mafia. And you asked Asahi, Asahi's just like, well, I think da 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 da. And then later on, he was just like, you know what? Let's just do rock, paper, or scissors. Like, he knew what he wanted to do. He doesn't want to think too hard on things. You know what I mean? He always knows. He has his own sense of focus. So I personally love that about him. Like the X-Men episode as well. Yeah, exactly. So like when they were on the scaffold and it was just the last few members, Asahi was just like, just put them all on the scaffold so we can get it over with. You know what I mean? And so that JIHOON has observed that about Asahi, and he loves that about him. Okay, he knows what he wants. He knows what he thinks is right, and he sticks with it. You won't have him be like, should we? Aninga? Like, you know. But yeah, again, that's one of the things that he appreciates and admires about Asahi. So another thing, what else does okay, so we have the Moon card. So the Moon card talks about how much of a wild imagination Asahi has. And why does he appreciate this so much? Because JIHOON as well has an imaginative mind. Very creative mind, and he goes really crazy about it. And Asahi is also very random about things. So that is like kind of the things that they share together. So something that they empathize with each other or relate. The Moon card is Pisces energy. So this is why obviously JIHOON's gonna, adore that kind of vibe, because he's a Pisces stellium. So just in general, right? Just in general, we have Asahi being very imaginative. He's also being represented in this card, the Moon card, being like to himself, right? If you look at it, it's being represented by the owl. The owl is, again, kind of like, it's nocturnal. It keeps its own, it doesn't live with a lot of other owls, you know what I mean? And it minds its own business and it does its job. And the owl will kind of look at it like looking at other perspectives, and he's always alert as well. And it kind of makes his brain like go not haywire, but just consistent, and it's always working. And that's the same thing with Asahi. If you keep him up, I'm pretty sure, like if we had ever the chance to look into Asahi's mind, there's always something going on there. And I think JIHOON has taken notice, because JIHOON has basically the same perspective creatively. So Moon card. Let's ask another thing. What other things does JIHOON appreciate and admire about Asahi? They share the same brain cells. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Agree. Okay. Strength. We have the Leo card represented by the elephant. Okay. It's about courage, about endurance, about power. Okay. About bravery. Right? So strength, finding inner strength. You put you put Asahi in, again, in any situation, and he's really resilient. That's what the strength actually represents too. Like being resilient. I've said this before in other dynamic readings. Asahi you could put Asahi in the like bottom of the pits, right? And he will find a way to get out of it. He will. He doesn't know how or when or just how long it'll take, but he will kind of come up from it, right? It's kind of like how I mentioned before when, say, Asahi was eliminated back in YG Treasure Box, right? He got eliminated, but he was just like, okay, well, I'm going to keep moving on. I'm still going to pursue music. It's the same thing. That's basically strength card. That's Leo energy, and he is a Leo. So Jihoon appreciates that. He admires that. Hands down. All right. Thank you so much, cards. Let's move on to Asahi. Let's put you back in the deck and see what Asahi now appreciates and admires about Jihoon. What does Asahi... That roller coaster ride when Jae-hyuk is already afraid and he said, you will not die. Yeah. How many times has Asahi said, 안 죽어요? 안 죽어요. And he's right. Those are like my favorite, words of wisdom. He's like, yeah, it's not going to kill you. Maybe you'll suffer a little bit. It's not going to kill you though. Okay. So for Asahi, what does he admire and appreciate about Jihoon? What does Asahi admire about Jihoon? Thank you. Nope. Anything? Does he not admire anything? I'm just kidding. Okay, that's a lot. Chill. What does Asahi admire about Jihoon? 없어? There we go. Oh, yeah. Oh, I agree. I completely agree to that. Yeah. Absolutely. One more. Clarify. We've been new. Okay, this is, yeah, I agree. I agree with Asahi here. So, what does he admire about Jihoon? Kind of similar to what Jihoon appreciates about Asahi being resilient. Same thing. However, because Jihoon has actually experienced drastic changes much more than Asahi has, at least, especially during the time of their career since trainee, Jihoon has been through a lot. Right? So let me talk about it. We have the transformation card, or which means the death card in mainstream or regular tarot. This just talks about, kind of going through a rebirth. Jihoon has gone through hell and back, and Asahi knows this. Asahi is actually aware of this. Okay, Jihoon has gone through hell and back. He's gone through many rebirths of his career, of establishing himself in a career, right? So transformation talks about really good at transition. Basically, you can take him down and he'll be down for a little bit, but then he knows how to come back up from it in a better spot, right? He knows how to come out stronger than before. Then we have the Tower in reverse. Oh, thank you. I love my nails too. So the Tower in reverse, represented by the chameleon. Okay, but in reverse. So this just talks about, again, how adaptable he is, kind of being able to meld in with your environment. You tell Jihoon to jump, he'll say how high, right? Kind of that vibe. Like, if he knows this is right, if he knows that feels well, like this sits right with him and he's okay with it, you tell him what to do, he will do it, and he'll do it really well, right? You know what I mean? You teach him something, he'll do it, he'll get it really quick, and he'll even go higher than your expectations, right? That's how fast and how much he'll strive. You put him through the front line of something difficult, Jihoon will withstand it. That's what the Tower card is. Okay, that's what the Tower card in reverse says. In spite of like all these other experiences that he could have had, this just means how well he is about taking on trials and tribulations. And Asahi really witnesses that. Asahi's like, damn, even I couldn't. Even for me, okay, I agree with Asahi. I'm like, I don't know how I would have been, going through what Jihoon has, And then we have the Magician card. Same thing. Willpower, creation, not giving up because of this willpower. It's a slight determination here, being represented by the crow, right? The crow or a raven. This just talks about, looking at things on, even though like having a background of hardship or like a background of darkness, you have like every willpower or every means to use those experiences and transcend them into something better, right? I felt that Jihoon has that strong sense of awareness of himself that may come out strong to some, but he knows what he is doing and what he wants to do in life very disciplined. Exactly. I completely agree with you. Yes, Bremont, I completely agree. And yes, that is definitely probably a reason why he is a leader. He's very sensitive on the inside, and that makes him very relatable and very empathic, right, to others, but he has a very strong shell. He has a very strong shell. And that's probably all of those water signs, especially with that Cancer moon. Okay, Cancer moon is represented by the crab, right? You have a hard shell, but a soft inside. So, yeah. Jan, do you think Asahi would still pursue being an idol or in a group if he hadn't got the call back? Do I think being an idol? No, probably not, personally. But I don't know. I can ask the cards later. Let me finish. Ask me that question again later after I finish all the questions from the pair. Yeah? Thank you. So if you guys have any other questions, please reserve them till I'm done with the other questions on my list. All right, let's move on forward. What else does Asahi appreciate about Jihoon? What else does Asahi appreciate about Jihoon? The 8. Yep. 8 of shells or the 8 of cups. Okay, this talks about, so in spite of Jihoon being able to withstand hardships, in spite of Jihoon being able to, go through any kind of struggle that you put him in, right? Because he's that adaptable. The 8 of shells also talks about Jihoon knowing when to quit, knowing when to let go. Sorry, I just heard something. Is that Jihoon's voice? Jason, was that Jihoon I heard? I just got chills. I don't know. I couldn't make out what he said, but I know that was his voice. Anyway, sorry. Again, 8 of cups. That was so weird. 8 of cups, 8 of shells. Again, like I said, it just talks about how, again, if it does not sit well with Jihoon will up front and tell you, no, this isn't right. This isn't right. We shouldn't go with this. We shouldn't stand this. We shouldn't have to do this. This is a no for me, right? Jihoon is really good about putting that, like crossing the line, right? Crossing the line. 8 of shells. Knowing when to quit. Knowing when to go on a different route. Knowing when to do a different quest. Renewal. Okay? And I feel like because Asahi appreciates that, because in a sense, for Asahi, because maybe it's because he has that pride being a fixed sign as a Leo, Asahi doesn't want to quit until it's like really, really over, until it's like really, really over. And then basically for Asahi, he's just like, I don't know how you do that. Just being able to like hang on. Like for me, I feel like I have to hang on for as long as possible. But Jihoon, when he gets one red flag, when Jihoon gets that one red flag, he'll be like, all right, this isn't working out, and it's not going to work out. And I think this is also him being so, intuitive. I've mentioned to you guys a lot of times before, because of like him having the natural water energy that he has, he's prone to being very intuitive. And I said this so many times. And I also said that he used to be a spirit guide before. But anyway, long story short, this is just him knowing. Okay, this is just him with his own inner knowledge. So I remember when he told Tumis to stop posting pics of yeah. At the Jen always hear Jihoon every time he's included. Yeah, isn't that weird, Gwen? Agree. I feel like most of the time, every time I read Jihoon, I always hear him. It's so weird. It's so weird. But I guess in this, like I said, he's that connected. Okay. I think Asahi might only be pursuing music composing if he is not an idol. His vibe is very similar to Yoongi. They became an idol by accident. Oh, you mean Yoongi Suga from BTS? Yeah, I could see that. Suga is the same way. Yeah, I could see that. All right, let's move on to the next question. Done with that. Done with that. Okay. This is a anonymous treasure maker who sent me these questions. You're good. I like this question. So based on their relationship or their dynamic or their brotherhood, which fictional character duo do you think Jihoon and Asahi would be? Yo, you are in my realm right now. I love cartoons. I know a lot of cartoons. I mean, I'm an animator for freak's sakes, right? So I'm good. Okay, my cards are going to work with me here. Let's do this. I love this question a lot. That is amazing question. Thank you for that creative question. I'm here for it. My animator cartoonist side is simpin'. I love it. All right, let's do this, cards. Based off their dynamic or their relationship or their brotherhood, what kind of fictional cartoon duo do you think Asahi and Jihoon would be? I love that. Woo! I already have a feeling, like based off like their feeling, but let me see what the cards would say. I'm gonna love it so much. I'm gonna love it so much. Okay. This is okay. This is Asahi, and this is Jihoon, and this is the overall. Oh, that was easy. All right, we have Justice, the Libra card, and then we also have Strength, the Leo card. We also have the Eight of Shells again, right? Talk about renewal. You know what I got? I'm not even gonna, do you guys watch Adventure Time? They are Finn and Jake. Finn and Jake. Oh my god, I'm like super excited and like giddy. I love this kind of questions. Asahi, ooh, I'm gonna watch some Adventure Time later. They are Finn and Jake right now. I'm telling you right now. Finn and Jake. I'm gonna watch some Adventure Time later. They go through hell and back, but like they both go through hell and back, but like one of them, you're gonna have to watch it if you haven't watched it. But one of the characters, actually both of them, who is Finn and who is Jake? Good question. Well, at my point, in my perspective, my perspective is that Jihoon is Finn. Jihoon is Finn. And then ASAHI is Jake. That is a great question. I love that so much. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you agree, cards. My cards definitely agree. Thank you for that question. That was a really fun question. My cards enjoyed that. My cards are like heating up right now. They really like that creative question. So thank you. So I love it. Cuties. All right. Let's move on. Let's move forward. Are there any new skills that they would like to both develop? Cool. Excuse me. Are there any new skills that JIHOON and ASAHI would like to develop? So let's check on JIHOON again. What skills does JIHOON want to develop better? I'm so giddy from that last question. What other skills does JIHOON want to develop? Any? Aninga? Yeah. So this is not much more of like, I'll actually ask later in terms of like performance skills, but as a person, like personality skills, I did mention to you, right, about how when he looks at ASAHI, he's really good at being grounded. ASAHI is really good at being grounded emotionally and also decision-wise. We have the Two of Feathers or the Two of Swords again in reverse for JIHOON. So JIHOON would really like to practice his decision skills or choice-making skills, and also toning down his emotions sometimes, like not getting too sensitive or not getting too hurt about certain things. He's really good at, and I think this is a Pisces thing. I myself have Pisces placements, so I can relate. But Pisces placements are really good at making themselves look like they're okay. Like they're really good at putting up a front as if like everything is fine and dandy and happy, but deep down they're internalizing a lot of emotions. And so for JIHOON, right, for JIHOON, he would like to personally practice calming down the emotions, not being too overly emotional or getting too affected emotionally or getting too sensitive or getting like too butt hurt over certain things, not taking things to heart, right? And again, helping him get grounded, especially when he needs to make decisions, right? So let's try looking into physical skills or anything else like action-wise or work-wise. Is there anything else he'd like to develop? Oh, looks like JIHOON. Wow, that's personal, but not too personal. So it looks like JIHOON wants to get. So we have the Shaman card, or the Hierophant, better known as the Hierophant in tarot. The Shaman card is actually talks. Look, this is an eagle, right? This is an eagle in the image. See that? So this actually talks about how it seems like JIHOON wants to get more in touch with his spiritual side. I think if I recall correctly, he's Buddhist. I don't know that for sure, but I remember him mentioning something on Weverse that he's like Buddhist or something, and he has like that rosary bracelet that he's had. And it looks like JIHOON would like to be more in touch with his faith spiritually. So that's basically why this card is here. It seems like he's like very knowledgeable already with his spirituality or with his own kind of upper faith, but it seems like he wants to get closer to that, or he wants to get in touch with that much more if he had the opportunity to do. Yes, he did. Okay, so he did say he's Buddhist. Okay, cool. So yeah, I guess it seems like he has basic knowledge and he does basic practice, especially with the Taurus card or the Shaman Hierophant card, but it looks like he does want to get more in tune. So, yeah. Excuse me. So, let's see with what else. Is there anything else? Okay, that's just a clarifier to the Shaman card. Okay, so I guess that's it. There's not that much that we can pick up on that side. So let's check Asahi. He mentioned that he meditates to calm himself and might be related. That's good. When did he mention that? Can you let me know? When did he mention that? Is it related because he was a spirit guide before? Honestly, yes. Jason and I actually talked about it before when we discovered that JIHOON, before he became like human, like the rest of us, he was formerly a spirit guide before. And I feel like that's part of it. Like it's kind of natural to him, even though he doesn't remember being a spirit guide before, naturally to him, he feels called to be aligned spiritually. So yeah, I would say yes. He mentioned that he meditates to calm himself, might be related on, he said it on Treasure World. Oh, okay. I haven't read everyone's interview. I think I've only read Hyunsuk's and Yedam's. I haven't read the others yet because I haven't seen it. So, okay. So JIHOON mentioned it on Treasure World. Okay. Thank you. So what about Asahi? What would Asahi like to develop? What skills would he like to get better at develop? What is a spirit guide's purpose? Like, what are they supposed to do? So Jason is my spirit guide, right? His purpose, his purpose is not just to float around and bug me. I'll tell you that much. My spirit guide, Jason, my main spirit guide, his purpose is to literally guide me, right? He is assigned to me to protect me, to guide me to the right direction, to give me advice, to give me signals, to give me red lights, red flags. Be like, alert, in anything in the course of your life, spirit guide literally lives up to the name, guide. They're guiding you. And everyone has one. Every single person has a spirit guide. They have angels, they have spirit guides and whatnot. And that's what they do. They help us. They help us humans get along with life to fulfill our soul purpose, etc. And that's what JIHOON used to do, or that's what he used to be before he became a human. So, okay. Anyway, moving forward. All right. Again, let's try that again. Asahi, what would Asahi like to get better at? But he's already brave. What are you talking about, boy? I see. Is this his Aquarius talking? Do we only have one spirit guide? You have one main spirit guide, but some can have multiple. Depends on the person. Not everyone has multiple spirit guides, but we will have one main spirit guide. Some others will have extras, and some will have others that come and go. Now, let's talk about Asahi, right? What Asahi would like to develop better if he could, any skills he would like to get better. On a personality spectrum, we have, again, the Strength card, right? The Strength card. This is Leo energy. He is a Leo. Honestly, he's already brave, in my opinion. I feel like he doesn't really get scared, but I guess because maybe his Aquarius shows that he's good at, toughening up when needed to be. But when it comes to long-term things, he does have his own fears as well because he's still human. The Strength card, he says his energy wants to be more courageous. He wants to be more courageous. He doesn't want to, think twice about certain things. We also have the Five of Swords. So this talks about strategy. So it seems as if Asahi wants to get better with tactic. Asahi is really good at following. And I think to himself, in his own mind, he looks at himself and he feels like he wants to get better at leadership skills. He wants to get better with his own leadership skills or taking control of his responsibilities or priorities. So the Five of Feathers or the Five of Swords just talks about taking initiative and planning better and plotting things better. Okay. We also have the Seven of Cups. Seven of Cups or the Seven of Shells. Again, this is back. This talks about he wants to get better with other ambitions. So interestingly enough, it looks like Asahi looks at himself a little too narrow focused. What do I mean by that? Meaning, say for example, Asahi is really good at producing music, right? He's really good at producing music. And that's what's really important to him. He wants to, his priority is to make good music, to write good music, right? And that's one ambition. With the Seven of Shells or the Seven of Cups being present, it looks like he wants to get better at tackling multiple ambitions at once, right? Multiple ambitions at once and actually multitasking them all. So I think Asahi has a hard time, or he struggles with taking on too much at once. So if he's producing music, then he only wants to produce music. If you're gonna make him sing, he's only gonna want to sing. If you're gonna make him dance, he's gonna be too focused on dance. If he wants to paint, take photos, do art, he will only put his focus onto that. He can't do all of that at once. And I really think it's that Aquarius rising of his. So yeah, that Seven of Shells wants to get better at handling multiple things at a time. All right. Okay. Moving on. It's hard being a Leo and an introvert at the same time. Well, yeah, that's literally his Leo sun and and his Aquarius rising. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, and then he has a Virgo moon. Exactly. The focus. Yeah. Too much. Too much can be a lot. Okay. So let's move on. Before I move on, actually, water break, and let's give you guys a small interlude break. Energy check-in. How are you guys doing? You guys okay? I need water. Everyone good? Energetically, you guys okay? Cool. Good, good, good. Okay. I'm glad. Okay. Give me a break. Giving myself a break. Good. All right. Everyone's still okay during the full moon? Have you guys done your releases today? Or will you do it today, since for some of you it's still daytime? TMI, my cat went missing. Hope he will be back soon. Oh no! Like, did he run away? Or do you normally let your cat out? Or what happened there? I hope he comes back soon too. Most cats know where they like, they're very familiar with their environment. So I wouldn't worry too much. I feel like most cats know where they're at. So yeah. When will you release your reactions? I said this earlier in the stream. As we are speaking right now, my reactions are uploading. There's 4 videos uploading right now. My reaction to Treasure Map episode 54, my reaction to BI's vlog, my reaction to the last episodes of Icon on Coney Camping, and my reaction to Akdong Musicians Battlefield. Those 4 videos are literally uploading as we speak. So hopefully by the time I am done with this live stream, it'll be good. So all right, let's move on. You good, cards? Are you good? Should I move? Should I switch cards? You're okay? Thank you. Okay. All right, we're going to proceed. Let's go with the next one. We're almost done actually with these questions, so I might have extra time for you guys to send me your questions. So next thing is, what are one of the biggest things that JIHOON has learned from ASAHI and vice versa? Great. Okay, we love that question. So what are I'm going to need this deck too. And what are one of the biggest things that JIHOON has learned from ASAHI and vice versa? One thing that JIHOON has learned from ASAHI. Okay. Too much. Okay, so one of the biggest lessons that JIHOON has learned from ASAHI, we have first the 8 of Feathers, or better known as the 8 of Swords, and then we have the 3 of Wands, right? And then we also have the Page of Coins. So these 3 cards, these are talking about how should I say this? JIHOON, remember what I mentioned about him slightly being like overly emotional sometimes, or kind of, getting stuck in his emotions, or letting his emotions lead him, right? One huge thing he's learned from ASAHI is when to get out of your own head. When to get out of your own head, or when to get out of your own heart too. Because small tip that I've shared with you guys before is that intuition does not come from the mind, and it does not come from the heart. Intuition and actual knowledge, especially sacred knowledge, is not, again, from overthinking things and overfeeling. It comes from the gut. It comes from within. It comes from a certainty. It's not about feeling. It's not about thinking. And so JIHOON has actually learned this from ASAHI. JIHOON has learned this from ASAHI. ASAHI is really good with going with his instincts. Yes, he's really good about going with his instincts. And we have this by the 8 of Feathers. So he's learned from ASAHI about getting out of your own head. There's a situation, there will be moments that JIHOON might question it too long or for too much before making any kind of decision, right? And so, basically having the courage to go with the unknown, And then we have the 3 of Acorns or the 3 of Wands. So JIHOON has gotten better about planning, or he's gotten a lot better about visualizing or imagining himself in the future, whether it's from a month from now, 3 months, 6 months, a year, 5 years, 10. 3 of Acorns, 3 of Wands. It's about putting him in a situation and visualizing himself where he wants to be. JIHOON, being the whole water boy that he is, again, he's always good at winging it. Jihoon is really good at winging it, and he's really good at going with the flow, but he's not that great at planning too much, especially for himself. Okay, for himself. So he could easily probably plan for other people. That's fine. I mean, he has that about himself, like as a leader. But when it comes to himself, yeah, he had to practice with that. And he learned that from Asahi. Okay. Having the courage to dive into the unknown. Yes. Yep. Okay, let's go with Asahi. What did Asahi, what's the biggest thing that Asahi learned from Jihoon? What is the biggest thing that Asahi... Whew. Two fives. Okay. 5 of swords, 5 of coins. Huh. What else? We need to clarify. See that? Ooh. Okay, so what he's learned from from Jihoon, this just talks about. Sorry, they're talking to me really loudly all of a sudden. So 7 of coins or 7 of crystals, 5 of crystals, 5 of coins, 5 of feathers. So this, Asahi learned much more than just thinking about new ideas. Because remember I mentioned to you earlier that they both have a very imaginative mind, and that's what kind of keeps them kind of in relation to each other. Like they have that synchronicity with each other. But rather than just thinking about it, for Asahi, this is about him pursuing it. Jihoon, I told you this before, where he has been Asahi's like motivator, or he pushes him, he hypes him up, he gives him confidence. And for Asahi, he's learned not to leave certain dreams left behind. He's learned from Jihoon not to leave ideas just as ideas. He learned to kind of, again, also go with the flow, because that's what Jihoon naturally does. So for Asahi, he's actually learning to allow himself to try new things. He'd be like, oh, that was a good idea, I should try it. Like, you know what I mean? Rather than be like, oh, well, it's a good idea, maybe I'll try that another time, maybe not. You know, Jihoon really just do it. And have you noticed that Jihoon has always been like that? He's just like, well, just freaking do it already. You know, like he won't even question it. He won't doubt it. He's just like, well, the worst thing that can happen is it's a no, you know? So Asahi has learned to give his ideas or new opportunities or new potentials a chance. Right on. Okay. Done. Yeah, almost done. Okay. Almost done. Next question from the pair. Aww. Okay, so this was asked before for the Hyunsuk and Asahi one. So the pair wants to ask if Jihoon, okay, let me read it. If a genie can grant Jihoon's 3 wishes for Asahi. Whoa. Wait, what? That's gonna... Okay, so it's different. It's worded differently. This is worded differently. Because last time during Hyunsuk and Asahi's genie question, the question before was, what would Hyunsuk ask for? Or what is Hyunsuk's 3 wishes and what is Asahi's 3 wishes? This time it's basically if if a genie can grant Jihoon's 3 wishes for Asahi. So basically, what are Jihoon's wishes for Asahi? Right? What are Jihoon's 3 wishes for Asahi? To make it much more clear. Is this the same Anon from Hyunsuk and Asahi? Yes. In the beginning of the reading, I mentioned that this pair of this reading booked also Hyunsuk and Asahi, and she also booked Mashiho and Asahi, and also Doyoung and Asahi. So these last Asahi dynamics are from this pair. Anyways, so the question is worded differently. This one's slightly different. So again, what are Jihoon's 3 wishes for Asahi to be granted by a genie? All right. What are Jihoon's 3 wishes for Asahi that could be granted by a genie? Imagine that. Imagine that. And then vice versa. So we're going to pull 3 cards. What are Jihoon's 3 wishes for Asahi that he'd like to be granted from a genie? What are the 3 wishes? 3 cards for 3 wishes. What are Jihoon's 3 wishes that he'd like granted for Asahi from a genie? 1. Oops, that's a lot. Sino si Anon? Anon nga eh. Anon nga eh. Pangalan niya Anon. Pangalan niya Anonymous. Just kidding. I'm a clown. I'm sorry. I love you. Let's see. Second wish. Second wish. Second wish, please. Only 1 card. What? I tease you guys because you guys are easy to tease. Do I sound like Jihoon? Okay, thank you. So third wish. Okay, no. See, third, literally only 1 card, please. 1 card. Thanks. Third wish from Jihoon to Asahi, please. Thank you. Oh, come on. No? Is there no third wish? Oh, nope. That's too much. Please listen. I know it's Jihoon, but please listen. There you go. Thank you. Oh, no, I'm going to cry. That's so soft. You're kidding me right now. All right, so if Jihoon can talk to a genie and grant 3 wishes for Asahi, first wish we have is, ready? 2 of feathers or the 2 of swords in reverse. Sorry, I'm getting sentimental because water signs are so annoying that way. 2 of swords in reverse. His first wish for Asahi is that he hopes that Asahi could basically always go down the path that makes him happy, that makes him satisfied with himself, that makes him content, right? He wishes for Asahi that Asahi would always be down a flower road, per se, always down a path that's beneficial to him. Okay, having always being directed like the right way, right? Having the very good support system along the way too. Yeah, very sweet. Jihoon's second wish for Asahi, all right? Jihoon's second wish. Okay. Jihoon's second wish for Asahi with the page of coins or the page of crystals. I mentioned this already about Asahi's ideas coming into fruition. It's the same thing. Jihoon wants all of Asahi's desires, all of Asahi's wishes, goals, aspirations. He wants it all to come true. He wants, if Asahi wants to be a really famous artist, right, or a very famous producer, Jihoon wants that for him. He just wants everything that Asahi wants to come to life, to this material world. Okay, Page of Crystals. And last, the third wish, low-key almost made me cry. The way. Six of Shells or the Six of Cups. Jihoon's third wish for Asahi is to always have the opportunity to be with his family as much as possible, to be able to go home as much as possible, to not ever feel too much homesick energy, right? To not feel disconnected from people that are much more important to him. So Jihoon really wishes Asahi gets to, connect better, or to have more quality time, right? To have much more quality time for people that matter the most. Six of Shells. Look at that. Represented by the otters. And otters are very familial creatures. They love their family. They take care of their otter babies, So, yeah. Jihoon's water sign for real. Water signs annoying me. I'm just kidding. Okay. Yes, this will be public. This will be for replay for at least 3 to 4 days. So you're fine. You can rewatch this later. Okay, let's go vice versa. Let's check Asahi's 3 wishes for Jihoon. Asahi's 3 wishes for Jihoon. Asahi's 3 wishes for Jihoon. Right? Isn't that sweet? I freaking hate Jihoon. I'm just kidding. Sorry. I love saying I hate Jihoon when I really don't. I don't hate Jihoon. I freaking adore them. I'm so annoying. Okay. Asahi's wishes for Jihoon. Alright, so let's go cards. Thank you. We're almost done. Go. You hate him too. You hate him, but you love him, right? We all love him. He's annoying, but we love him. Okay. What is Asahi's wishes for Jihoon? We're only going to pull 3 cards, 1 card per wish. Thank you, cards. First wish. First wish. Why are you putting my name next to Jihoon? Why is my name with Jihoon there? Please don't. Please don't. Oh. First. Aww. Oh no. Asahi, really? Oh. Second wish. Wow, they're a lot alike than I thought they were. They're more a lot alike than I thought they were. Third wish. They're more a lot alike than I thought they were. Third wish. Oh. Whoa. Oh no. Oh boy, here we go. So, okay, 3 wishes from Asahi for Jihoon. So first wish from Asahi, the best of health. I say this with all seriousness because it looks like Asahi actually gets concerned over Jihoon's health. And I feel like that comes natural, especially I feel like out of all the members, Jihoon really puts himself in a strict workout and a strict diet. And even that's like kind of made the fandom panic sometimes. So I feel like Asahi also kind of rides with us in that same respect. So he looks at me and he's like, I hope you just take care of yourself. So Asahi looks at Jihoon and he wishes like just overall good health no matter what. You're correct, a strict schedule. So yeah, the Empress is here representing that. Okay. The Empress just says, you know, he wishes that Jihoon will always remain healthy and happy and just overall wellness physically. Yeah. And then second wish, this is what I was saying, that they're kind of alike in this regard. So Asahi wishes the same thing, that all of Jihoon's wishes can come true, whether it is about career-wise, whether it's about anything personal. Asahi wishes that Jihoon's wishes comes true, all his desires. And look, it's represented by a panda. It's Jihoon. Okay? It's Ace of Crystals, Ace of Pentacles, Ace of Coins. It's the panda. And it's a baby panda too. So, yeah. Basically, prosperity, manifestation, fruition, dreams coming to life, to a reality. So, same regards. Same regards. Okay. Same thing. And now the third wish. This one's interesting. This one's interesting. It's low-key kind of funny to me. Low-key kind of funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. I don't know why I'm laughing, but Asahi's wish for Jihoon, third wish. The Knight of Crystals, not Knight of Crystals, the Knight of Cups. Okay, the Knight of Cups or the Knight of Shells. This, how do I say this? Basically, Asahi wishes that Jihoon would experience someone just as expressive and I'm laughing because I don't know how to word it. How do I say it? Asahi wishes that Jihoon would experience the same amount of love that Jihoon gives. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's like, because Jihoon is so giving and he's so generous and he's so expressive and emotional, Asahi wishes, man, I hope Jihoon meets someone that's on his level in that regard, right? It's cute. Makes sense? Am I making sense? I hope I make sense. Just because Jihoon is so out there and he's like wants love and wants attention all the time, like in a positive way, right? Asahi genuinely wishes Jihoon would meet people or meet someone that could give him that same reciprocation, right? Yes, unconditional love. Exactly, Jaden. Cute. Because what's funny about Asahi with this third wish, it's like, Jihoon, I hope one day you get to really experience someone that could give you the same amount of love you give to us. But trust, it ain't gonna be me because I'm not good at that. That's what his energy is saying through the cards. Asahi's like, I hope you meet someone that could do that for you because it ain't me. It ain't gonna be me. How he adores Mashi, ruffles Jungkwan's hair, etc. So Asahi wishes, yeah, exactly. Exactly. I remember the last Treasure Map episode that a fan talks about only Hyunsuk. You can feel he wants it too. Yeah. He does. I agree. Jihoon does deserve to receive the same amount of love he gives. He does. He really does. I mean, all of them do. But if we're talking about Jihoon, yes. You guys are so funny. Okay. All right, let's move on forward since we're done with that. We're almost done here for sure. What is their love language? Oh, everyone's favorite question. Let me ask if we're allowed to know this, though. What is their love language within each other? 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 Are we allowed? Okay, we are allowed. So, excuse me. What is Jihoon's love language towards Asahi? What is Jihoon's love language? Yep, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Acorns. If we don't even know by now, it's physical touch. It's physical touch. Jihoon, he's a touchy guy. Okay, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Acorns. Okay, a lot of affection, a lot of touchy affection. He's clingy, you know, he's clingy that way. What else? Tossing Asahi, wrestling Asahi. Yeah, it's physical touch for sure. And acts of service. So 2 of crystals or the 2 of coins, acts of service, helping him out. All right, so physical touch and acts of service, helping out the boy. All right, so let's talk about Asahi. What is Asahi's love language? Let's put that back in the deck. All right. Let's see. Back in the deck. Okay. What is Asahi's love language? 2 cards already. Oh, King of Shells, words of affirmation. Words of affirmation, being able to express, giving him compliments, encouraging Jihoon, right? Giving him compliments, encouraging, giving him advice, okay? Words of affirmation, telling him he's doing good. Hype, right? And then we also have the second card, which came back out. The 2 of crystals or the 2 of coins came back out again. So acts of service as well, right? So acts of service, they both share that, but then the difference is Asahi likes words, and then Jihoon likes physical touch. So that's a difference there. Okay. Moving on, last question. What color is Jihoon's aura and its meeting and vice versa? Okay, we're going to do the aura last. So pair, if you're watching, we're going to do the aura colors later. For now, let's do predictions. Yeah? Let's do some predictions. We're going to do some predictions. So if you have reached this point in the reading, again, this is prediction time. So once again, let me just do a disclaimer and remind you, just because I'm going to channel some more messages or downloads about the future, make sure to not dwell on these predictions. Nothing, again, I ever say is set in stone because, like I said, Jihoon and Asahi still have the free will of choice. Tarot does not always say what is going to happen in the future. Okay, it just says what's potential if so-and-so goes down this route, right? So that's what I'm trying to enlighten you guys with. So again, take these predictions with a grain of salt. And if you want these certain predictions to manifest, I highly advise you not to talk about it after this reading. Don't dwell on it. Don't think about it. Forget that you even watched this reading. So yeah. Jan, just a dumb question. Does the color of the aura change over time? Yes. Aura can change. Okay? Aura can change. All right, so we set it and forget it. If you want to manifest a download or a prediction that I come up with here, we don't, again, just forget about it after it. Let it go. Let's go. What can we pull up prediction-wise? What can we pull up prediction-wise from Jihoon and Asahi's energies? From Jihoon and Asahi's energies, what can we predict in the future? Should I... Wait, my card's tired. Cards, are you okay? Should I switch? Looks like my cards are tired. You okay? You're tired. Oh, but the bottom of the deck, though. Bottom of the deck, 10 of Cups. We're already having good omens. Good omens, right? 10 of Cups, 10 of Shells, blessings. So that's already a good sign. But I'm going to give this deck a break. Let me put you here. Let's use a different deck. Let's use a different deck. Let's use my Rainbow Gem Tarot. I think Jan Tarot cards can get tired. Yep. Yep. Every single card has a spirit. Okay. Every card has a spirit, and even spirits get tired. So let's use this deck. Rainbow Gem Tarot. Rainbow Gem Tarot. Let's do some summoning. Let's do some downloads and predictions. Thank you so much. Hi, welcome. If you just got here, welcome. Okay. All right. Ooh, nice. Very nice. Your cards are pretty. Thank you. Are we on predictions? Yes, we are on predictions. All right. All right. Excuse me. Ooh. What? Oh man, finally. I thought this was out of the downloads. Like I thought this old download that I had since from last year was gone. I thought it was never going to happen again. I thought this was not going to happen again. So, does anyone remember, if you guys were here before, does anyone remember the download I said about a JIHOON unit? Anyone remember? Anyone remember that? JIHOON unit? Who was there? Who are the OGs that followed me since then and watched those readings? Do you guys remember that? So, I haven't gotten that download in a long time. I haven't gotten that download in a very long time. And finally, it is back. It's finally back. And what's really cool is there's a difference here. I don't know when this is going to happen, but once this does, ASAHI is partaking in the production part of it. ASAHI is going to be a part of it. You know? When is this happening? When is this happening? Okay. Should I not tell them when so we can really set it and forget it? Okay, you're right. You're right. No, you're right. Okay, I won't. Okay, I can't tell you when. I cannot tell you when because we want it to really manifest. Okay, so I won't tell you when. The JIHOON is still there. It's still in the works. Cool. Dope. Dope. All right, let's move on. Moving forward. check that out. Huh. Wow. All right. So, ooh, okay, I'm so excited about this one. This one's new. This one's a new download. Okay. This is a new download. Unexpected too, but coming out of this, we have them guesting on some shows, and this includes 3 members. We have actually 4. 1, 2, 3, 4 lights here. 4 lights. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 4 members. Is that? Sorry, let me clarify before I speak. Okay, I knew it. Okay, 4 members. 4 members of Treasure is going to be on a show. It involves JIHOON. It involves ASAHI. It involves Mashio. And it involves Jongwoo. This is a brand new download. New show. I don't know where. I don't know what channel. No, this is different, guys. Stop. Don't relate this. When I say new download, this means this is brand new. Okay, so don't tie these downloads to a previous one. Okay, when I say a new download, this is completely new. I've never seen this vision before. All right. So, again, JIHOON, ASAHI, Mashio, and Jongwoo in a show. And it looks like the show involves some competition. We have the 9 of Wands. Look at that. 9 of Wands here involves some rivalry. It's gonna involve some rivalry. I don't know if it's like them against each other or if it's them as a team versus others. It's gonna involve some competition. And then we also have the 9 of Cups. This is something that they've been wanting to do. Yeah, something that they've been wanting to do. And then not to kind of like get you a little too excited, but this show, this appearance is gonna put Treasure even more on the map. More on the map. This is a Temperance card. This is going to put Treasure's name trending even more. This show is going to be like really popular. And the thing is, the show is also new. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. This show is already new. This is not an old show. It's a new show, and Treasure will be probably one of the very first few guests in this. It's a new show, so I don't know what show this is. I don't know if it's music related. I don't know if it's like, physical or whatever. This is something new. It's a brand new show. Yeah, I can't tell you. I couldn't tell you if this was music related or anything. This is just something new to me. All right, so. All right, moving on. It involves cooking. That would be cool. Can you imagine JIHOON and Mashio doing the cooking? And then ASAHI and Yeah, I guess that could work. When is it? Let me see. When? Let me ask if it gives me a timeline. When is this happening? When is... No later than... Sorry. 1, 2, 3, 4. No later than... summer next year. So in a year. No later than... It could happen within a year. It could happen within a year from now. Can happen within a year. Because this show, we have the 4 of Wands. This talks about, how should I say this? This talks about like in production or in discussion or in negotiation. It's still in the planning process. So it's, yeah. All right, moving on. Any other download? Ooh, we haven't got that download in a while. Remember, this happened in the treasure group reading. This happened in the treasure group reading, so we have the same download again. This actually talks about them coming into the Western U.S. market. Expect an all English song. Expect an all English song out of all of treasure. I say this because we have literally the prism card. This goes worldwide, the most powerful. And then we also have the 3 of Wands going worldwide or going outside of their comfort zone, going outside of their home, you know? We're going to finally know the one member who speaks like an American. Exactly. I told you. What did I tell you about that with the English thing? I said it's going to shock you, but you will find out. You will find out who. I already told you that day. I said, don't worry. You're going to figure it out and you're going to be shocked just as I am. You're going to be really shocked. You'll be like, when the hell? Does it start with J? There's a lot of J's in treasure. Does it start with J? English name or Korean name, though? I'm going to trick you real quick. English name or Korean name that starts with a J? I'm dead. Justin or Jongwoo? Is it Jaden? Is it John? Is it Jaehyuk? Is it Junkyu, Jihoon? And you have June as well? You got all the J's. I'm kidding, guys. I'm really kidding. I can't tell you. You're going to find out regardless. You're going to find out regardless. Alright, anyways, any more downloads? Arthur, let's get it. Arthur. Arthur, we love it. Okay. Ooh. Ooh. We love this so much. Okay. King. Huh. So, let's... New? Is this new? Oh. Is this for Jihoon? Or for ASAHI? Because I can't tell. It's for Jihoon. All right, Jihoon, let's get it. Okay, so Jihoon is... Wow, I didn't expect that. I really didn't expect that. Out of all the treasure members, I didn't expect that out of him. I didn't expect it to be him. But I guess because maybe Jihoon's like the most proactive. Anyway, Jihoon is gonna get a lot of endorsements, even solo wise. And this is like, say, they're gonna offer him, like, people, or not people, but like brands and companies are gonna kind of court Jihoon. They're like, hey, wanna be an ambassador of this? Wanna be an ambassador of that? What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And yeah, a lot of how should I say this? A lot of sponsorships. Jihoon's gonna get that bag. I'm seeing at least 4 come in for just Jihoon alone. Just for Jihoon alone, there's 4. That's a lot. That's 4. Now, Asahi also has some. Asahi is getting 2 solo endorsements. And it looks like one of them is from Japan, though. I can't tell what that is, though. But I definitely saw Japanese language there. It looked like kanji. But, yeah, Jihoon and Asahi are going to get some solo sponsorships. And then, not to discredit Treasure as a group, Treasure is also still going to get those same endorsements that I talked to you guys before. It's expressed here with the Wheel of Fortune. And then again, all of them are just going to be really, let's put this better. Treasure, regardless of it being a group or whether it's solos, let's just say that brand reputation is happening. So just be patient, guys. This Wheel of Fortune coming out here in due time, Treasure is going to have really good brand reputation, whether it's them as a group or whether it's them as, per member. So brand reputation is coming through very soon. Don't worry. And a lot of that is going to start from Jihoon. Jihoon might have the most so far. I'm surprised. I don't know why. I somehow just thought it might be like Hyunsuk or something, but Jihoon works too. All right. Okay. Let's see. You love the colors of the deck? So do I. I like using this deck for Treasure sometimes. It just fits them. All right. This is interesting. Another new download coming out of Jihoon and Asahi's energy. You know what I'm thinking? Because I didn't see this in the Hyunsuk and Asahi's Asahi reading. This is probably because of Jihoon's energy. This is a new download again. Something very exciting, especially for YG stans. There's going to be a different collaboration here, and it's gonna involve Jihoon. It's gonna involve Jihoon only. There's gonna be a collaboration between Jihoon and a certain a certain junior artist in YG. If that doesn't give it away, that I don't know what to tell you. I already literally just gave it away. Like, Treasure has no juniors but one. There is something in unison. There's something in unison with Jihoon and a junior. My hesitation, right? Isn't it funny? Woo! It could be Baby Monsters. Could be something else. You're probably going to be really surprised at this. Well, he's a girl group stan. True. That logic is true. Yeah, Jihoon's probably going to be... I didn't expect this either, but, you know... Just a junior. Just a junior. I'm not going to say who. Just, yeah. I'm going to double check something, though, because I'm curious about something. Real quick. Does this involve anyone else? Or is this literally strictly just Jihoon? Is this just Jihoon, or does this involve any other member? Please, thank you. Okay. Okay, so it's not entirely only Jihoon. It's not entirely only Jihoon. So let's, how do I say this? Expect Jihoon and a YG junior. Expect Jihoon and a YG junior to come up front, like like on cam, right, or to perform. But behind the scenes, another treasure member is working on it. Gets the Filipino came out of me. So frontline on cam, Jihoon and YG Jr. Behind the scenes, there's other treasure members involved. Okay, so I'm dying here. I love this because as a second gen stan, it's been forever since we saw a girl boy interaction in K-pop, especially in fourth gen. True. All right, true. Now, anyway, moving on. Maybe for an award show, maybe. I'm not gonna say anything. Just expect. Yeah. Ate Jan, do you get like a "that's so Raven" thing with your predictions? Sometimes, but I'm not as over exact. I don't do that look. I don't do the "that's so Raven" look. I don't get like my eyes don't dilate the way Raven does. It just kind of goes into my head that way. Not I'm just saying. Is hosting also considered a collaboration? Yeah. All right, moving on. Any other? All right. All right. Let's see. Okay, so this is going to be the last one because the cards are specifically telling me this is the last because, yeah. So ASAHI, it's ASAHI's time. For ASAHI, what we can kind of see, this is somewhat an old download, but with added details. So remember I mentioned him coming out with art, and it might be used for promotional purposes. right? I mentioned that the other reading with Hyunsuk. I said that his art's going to be more seen and known and exposed, and then they'll use it for promotional purposes. However, the added detail to this download is that not someone, but I guess a specific team in YG Entertainment is considering to animate it. To animate Asahi's artwork. And it might be incorporated in some certain videos. So imagine Asahi's art being animated and being incorporated in some very important footage. You know, maybe it's a music video, maybe it's something else. But yeah, imagine Asahi's art getting animated. Yeah, it could be a lyric video. It could be a lyric video. So, ooh, like what 21 did? Maybe. So, yeah. Now, before I end this part, let me just double check if that's all they can tell me. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me prediction-wise, or is there more? Nope, that's it. Okay, that's a repetitive card. Okay, thank you. All right, so that is it for predictions so far. So we are ending the prediction part. Let's go and ask about their aura. I already did. Let's see. Let's check their aura. All right. So what is Jihoon's aura right now? What is Jihoon's aura right now? What is Jihoon's aura right now? I mean, he is a water sign. So love, his heart space, heart chakra, green aura, a lot of emotional, energy. We also have yellow. Okay, yellow, the solar plexus. Yellow, the solar plexus, talking about decisions and gut instinct. So he has green and yellow aura. Green, yellow, and now we have purple. Third eye chakra, intuition. Third eye chakra, he's aligned. I told you this earlier, that he is very intuitive. He's very aligned spiritually. We have the green again, the heart space, compassion once again. So 3 colors, 3 color ranges: green, yellow, purple. Green, yellow, and purple aura from Jihoon. So what does that mean in general? Green, yellow, purple mixture is a lot about kind of what we already know, but Jihoon is always the emotional part. He goes with his emotions, and that's nothing new. That's nothing new. We've known that about him. We've known that he's always going with his emotions. So yeah. All right, let's go with Asahi. Asahi. You want to tell me, or is it because I already asked before? Nice. Yep, it's the same one. Okay, so we have third eye chakra, third eye, purple aura. We also have the throat chakra with the blue, purple and blue. We also have orange. See, I had this the last time I did it. So orange, purple, and blue. Orange, purple, and blue aura. So what does this mean in general? This actually talks about a lot about how I should say this, like kind of he's basically someone that prioritizes connection, prioritizes, you know, validation, prioritizes people or being considerate of other people's feelings. Okay, it's him being expressive that way, or it's him being absorbent that way. So these three colors together just expresses a much more considerate aspect in terms of his energy towards others. So again, relationships or connections or network, orange, solar, not solar, sacral, and then throat chakra with expression, throat chakra blue, purple, being in tuned. Okay. Just to share, guys, I watch another tarot reader and a magician card keeps on popping to her Hyunsuk reading, just sharing. Yeah, 54. She's not the only one. If you have watched any of my other readings that involved Hyunsuk, I also always get the magician card. And like I said in my Twitter, Hyunsuk, I even told you guys this before. I assigned the magician card to Hyunsuk. I'm going to make a thread soon, but yeah, basically my assigned card for JIHOON, he's the moon. My assigned card for JIHOON is the moon card. But my assigned card that I put for Hyunsuk is the magician, because he always exuberates magician vibes. So he's a soul age 8 and he's a manifester. So magician. So if that other tarot reader also gets it, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. All right. Anyways, today we are done. Actually, yeah, we're done with the reading. This was a lot. The moon is Pisces, right? Yes, the moon is definitely Pisces. I did not assign the moon for JIHOON because it's Pisces, though. I assigned JIHOON with the moon card because I feel like JIHOON can be misunderstood a lot. And the moon is also always misunderstood. You look at the moon, I think of the moon and I look at JIHOON, because say you look at it, right, and you think it's just, that's it, right? You look at the moon and you think, yeah, it's there, it shines light. It shines so much light. But that's not what the moon only does. The moon does not just exuberate light. And that's how I relate JIHOON to the moon. JIHOON does not only exuberate light. There's some type of mystery in terms of JIHOON. JIHOON's much more than what he shows on the outside. And it's the same thing with the moon. The moon shows so much more, and it has so much power, much more than when it shows on the surface at night. Even when you don't see it. There's this distinct charisma about the moon that you can't really ignore, and it's the same thing about JIHOON's presence. So I did not associate JIHOON with the moon just because he's a Pisces. I mean, it's a bonus, but I relate to him in that way. ASAHI, I assign him to be the sun in the cards. ASAHI is the sun. Yeah, I'm going to make a thread. I'm going to put a thread. I will put a thread and explain to you guys why and what. So before I end the stream, let's pull some overall advice for them and for treasure makers. Let's pull some advice. What is the advice for JIHOON and ASAHI and also the treasure makers? What is the overall advice? Look, wow. Interesting. Can I share this? Okay. I won't share this one. I won't share this advice. This is for them only. But for everyone watching and for JIHOON ASAHI, confidence is your key to success. The new moon in Leo. Okay, new moon in Leo. Yeah, pretty straightforward. You're good enough. So kind of similar to confidence. So you are good enough. Full moon in Virgo. Yeah, full moon in Virgo. I mean, Asahi has a Virgo moon. Asahi has a Virgo moon. Anything else? So everyone that's been waiting patiently for treasure, everyone that's been waiting patiently, don't worry, because a win-win outcome is forecast. Okay, everything's going to fall into place. Everything is going to align, and it's just going to be okay. Everything's going to be all right. Anyways, that is all I have today. Oh my God. Woo, the way. I am done with the reading for today. So thank you guys so much. If you have watched this whole 2.5 hours, my goodness, thank you so much for watching. And thank you again to the payer of this reading. I do appreciate it. Thank you for helping me out. Thank you for giving me your avid support and trust. So thank you guys so much. Again, I have a lot of group fundings going on. If you want to chip in, please DM me on Twitter. If you need to know who is already booked, who was already read, who is completed, who is being funded, please go on my YouTube channel on the community tab. There's a post there that says it. Okay, there's a post that says it. So if you want to know, go fill yourself in there. Yeah. So right now, I'm going to check what is the status of my YouTube videos uploading, my reaction videos. They're almost done. They're at 75%. Some of them are at 75%. Some are at 85. Some are at 60. Some are at 50. All right. My videos are almost going to be up. So if you can wait a little bit longer, you should get my reactions to, again, Icon, to Hanbin, to Treasure Map episode 54, and then Akdong Musician. So hopefully you guys can enjoy those 4 contents from me. And then by tomorrow, you're going to get a double reaction of Treasure Map episode 55 and 56. Yay! Cool. I'm going to catch up. And then also, next reading is, let's see. Next reading is tomorrow as well. Let's see, who am I reading? I am reading, is it in the next one? Yep, I'm reading Mashiho and Asahi tomorrow. Mashiho and Asahi tomorrow. So same time, I'll be back. Same time, same channel. I will open a room. So just keep in tune and put the reminder. So I know, right? All right, guys. Thank you, guys. I will see you tomorrow here for Mashiho and Asahi, and then enjoy my reaction videos. They're coming in, hopefully, let me see what time, how much more. It says it says 2.5 hours. It's been slow. Okay, another 2.5 hours or so. So it should upload. It should upload. Because once it's uploaded, it still has to process. So, all right. Gonna go now. Bye, everyone. Stay safe. Be good. Spread love. Spread positivity. Make good choices. Don't get into petty drama. And it's full moon in Aquarius. Okay, don't forget. Don't forget to do your releases. Don't forget to do your releases, all right? It's important. Let all that baggage go. Let all those pent-up emotions go. Be like JIHOON and release. Bye, everyone. Talja. Bye. Thank you. I'll go now. Bye.